Hi, is this where the VIP reception's at?
Yes, Robert, welcome. Have you ordered your stingers up?
You're late to the party, Robert. I've already had a Stingers Up and a 1947.
All right, give me a Stingers Up. Hey Armand, let's get the party started.
Sarah, could you please mix me one of those two? I'll have what he's having.
Cheers.
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 Good evening and welcome to Greater Sacramento's Economic Council VIP experience for their annual celebration sponsored by Sacramento State. Now listen, we're not able to connect in person this year. However, we've planned a fun interactive program to get the festivities started off right. So first, we'll get an exclusive cocktail making tutorial from Kempton's mixologist, Sarah. Then we'll hear from the chef, Patrick, about appetizers that should have came along with your VIP reception kit. Now, if you haven't already done so, please be sure to grab your kit so you can follow along with us. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys about 30 seconds to get into the groove. You guys ready? Set, potty! All right, Sarah, let's show them how to make these cocktails. You ready?
Welcome to the Revival, this beautiful bar that we're in. I am Sarah Ellen Mangoni. I'm gonna walk you down a wintry path of cocktail creation. The first cocktail that we're gonna be making today is the Stingers Up. We're gonna start with a mixing tin. We're gonna add 2 ounces of our American Prairie bourbon. And then to the bourbon, we're going to add 2 spoonfuls of cranberry sauce. A piece of fresh rosemary, and 2 ounces of orange juice. We'll put some ice in this shaker tin and shake it all together. Sometimes there's some confusion about what bourbon is. So, bourbon is a whiskey, which means that it's made all from grains. In the case of bourbon, it's 51% corn. Other commonly used grains are wheat, rye, barley. It is also aged in American oak barrels and made within the US. So our cocktail is done. We're going to pour it into our glass and then add just a splash of Fever Tree ginger ale. And to all of that, we'll throw in some ice. We're gonna garnish this with a beautiful fresh rosemary sprig and a piece of orange peel. And this is ready to try out.
Stingers up. That was delicious. For people watching from home, how'd your stingers up turn out? Tell us all about it right now in the chat. Thank you, Sarah. Delicious.
Good evening, friends from my home here in Sacramento. Excited to receive our VIP bag with all the fixins for a great evening. I personally made a Stingers Up cocktail. So let's have a cheers. Here's to friends who know us well, but love us just the same. I miss seeing all of you, and here's to a wonderful event this evening. Cheers.
I tell you, I feel like you can't go wrong with bourbon and ginger ale. So, what do you say we take things up to the next level? How about we do a little trivia while we enjoy our cocktails, huh? You guys ready? All right. Trivia question number 1. Do you know how many breweries there are in the greater Sacramento region? So, if you know, type your answer into the chat. Okay, you guys ready for the answer? Here we go. If you have answered 74 breweries in the greater Sacramento, congratulations, you are right. That's pretty impressive, right? It is, right? All right. Hey, Robert, can I get you a 1947?
Perfect. Take me back to the year Sac State was founded.
Alcohol has been an important part of winter holiday traditions for pretty much as long as there's been recorded history. The Romans celebrated Saturnalia, during which they would exchange gifts. They would dance naked in the streets, and they would definitely overindulge on both alcohol and food. Pagan Britons would take the cider they'd worked so hard to make and they would spill it on the ground at the end of the year in hopes of keeping evil spirits away. And then they would warm it up and make wassail and share it with their friends and their neighbors. Of course, when you are combining celebrating with alcohol, there might be some overindulgence that leads to rowdiness. And that's exactly what happened in the early days of West Point. On a Christmas Eve, when the cadets that hadn't been able to go home for Christmas drank too much eggnog, started a riot, and then tore up the insides of the buildings at West Point. It came to be known as the Christmas Eggnog Riot of 1826. Let's make our next cocktail. We're doing this one as the 1947 Boulevardier in honor of Sacramento State. To make this, we're going to take 3/4 of an ounce again of our High West bourbon. And then 3/4 of an ounce of Carpano Antica sweet vermouth. And another 3/4 of an ounce of Campari. And then we'll add ice to this and we'll stir it all together. The Boulevardier is a classic cocktail that dates back to the 1920s, one of my favorites. If you do have some sweet vermouth left over after you make this, you're gonna wanna take that sweet vermouth, put the cap back on and put it in the fridge. If you leave it on your counter or in your cupboard, it will develop a very unpleasant bitter taste. It is not shelf stable. Okay, There's this beautiful creation. Let's get it in the glass. Now the traditional garnish for this cocktail is an orange peel, and we're gonna do that, but we're gonna make it special and holiday flavored by studding this lemon peel with clove. So to do that, all we do is we just push these pieces of cloves right through the lemon peel like so. There we go. Then we're just gonna put this right into the cocktail. Take a sip. Now when you drink it, you smell all that beautiful orange peel and clove smell that makes it just that much more festive. All right, so there it is, our 1947 Boulevardier. By making and drinking these cocktails, we have participated in a winter holiday tradition of imbibing that has spanned centuries, religions, and the globe. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you from Sacramento State. Thank you from the Sacramento Economic Development Council. And thank you, of course, from Revival and the Kimpton Sawyer Hotel. Again, I'm Sarah Ellen Mangoni, and thank you for letting me be your bartender tonight.
Thank you, Sarah. Robert?
1947, the year Sac State was founded.
Trivia question number 2. All right, this one is for you basketball sports fans, even you avid Kings fans. Now, here's your question. What's the oldest professional basketball team in the U.S.? Bonus points if you can tell us the year it was founded. All right, everyone at home, put your guesses in your chat.
That's easy. It's the Sacramento Kings, proudly founded in 1923.
All right, we got one more trivia question for all of you at home. You guys ready? Here we go. This one is a fill in the blank one. California is the blank largest economy in the world. Is it A, the 10th, B, the 23rd, or C, the 5th? You put in your answers right there in the chat. And the correct answer is C. California is the 5th largest economy in the world. Whew. All that trivia is making me hungry. Patrick, let's go. Time for some appetizers.
Happy holidays. Welcome to Revival at the Sawyer. I'm Chef Patrick Prager, Executive Chef of the Sawyer Hotel and Revival. And on behalf of the Greater Sacramento Economic Council and Sacramento State, I'm here to prepare 2 lovely dishes for you to pair up with the 2 lovely cocktails that you heard about earlier. The first dish, well, let me back up. This is a play on a cheese and charcuterie. So you've had two cocktails, and I'm gonna give you two crostinis that sort of follow that theme. So the first one, the first cocktail, was the Stingers Up. Had wonderful flavors of cranberry and orange, and the bourbon was just beautiful. So I came up with a crostini. We've got this wonderful baguette here, and what I've done is I've taken goat cheese right here and I've whipped it with a bit of milk so that it's nice and spreadable. Has a wonderful fat aspect to it, nice, rich, tangy aspect that'll go just perfectly with the cocktail. To that, because 'tis the season, we're gonna add some pomegranate seeds here. Now the best way I've found to sort of remove the pomegranate seeds from the fruit is I cut it in half, and with a wooden spoon, I just pound them out into a bowl, and I pick out the seeds. There might be other ways to do it, that's how I do it. To this crostini, for another play on the whole sweet and sort of acid profile that's already sort of happening here, I've made these balsamic pearls. So it's balsamic vinegar, a bit of sugar, some agar, and we basically take that mixture and we drop it into super cold oil from a squeeze bottle, and it solidifies into these little beautiful jello-like balsamic pearls. They look like caviar. We're gonna add those to the crostini. Nice pop of vinegar in a new form. So to this dish, we're adding some micro basil. I feel like it adds just this awesome herbaceous brightness to the dish. And I'm using these culinary tongs. I mean, I kind of have to, my fingers are really big, but it's just a really awesome tool to be able to, you know, put the fine touches on any dish you like. You can use them to like really get in there and place the, you know, microgreens or whatever sort of garnish you're wanting to, you know, really place perfectly on your dish. They're fantastic. I highly recommend them. The next one, to play on this whole meat and cheese board, cheese and charcuterie, we've made a bacon rillette. So I've taken bacon, rendered it down very slow in a pan, and I've added onions to it. I'll take it out, put it in a food processor, and process it with creme fraiche. Creme fraiche is sort of like sour cream's higher fat cousin. It just has a beautiful like tang to it. It's super creamy, it's super rich. So this is just like this beautiful bacon, creme fraiche, caramelized onion thing, and it's just lovely. Pairs with the Boulevardier, and you know, I have to be honest, I had that drink for the first time not too long ago, and you know, I thought I would love to just have some bacon with this drink. And I would love to, you know, play on the whole, you know, citrus bitter aspect. So I made a brown sugar and orange marmalade. So the marmalade on top of that bacon rillette, it's fantastic. Thank you so much. From the Greater Sacramento Economic Council, Revival at the Sawyer, and happy holidays.
They weren't kidding about everything that goes good with bacon. Now that bacon marmalade just, I mean, took it over the top for me, and Chef Patrick just, yes, you're my hero today. And I sure hope the rest of you and your appetizers turned out just as good. Your crostinis were all plated perfectly with the marmalade and all the goat cheese and deliciousness. All right, well, As our VIP reception draws to a close, I want to thank Sacramento State again for sponsoring, and also the main program's presenting sponsor, Suncrest Bank, and platinum sponsor, the Sacramento Kings. Thank you all for joining us for this pre-celebration. We hope you enjoyed your cocktails and appetizers. Sit tight. Our main program will begin shortly. Oh, the party is just beginning, and you know what? I'm glad you have joined us here this evening. I'm telling you, it's about to have a good time. You ready? Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 5th Greater Sacramento Annual Celebration presented by Suncrest Bank. My name is Armand, and I'm thrilled to be returning as your host for this celebration. If this were any other year, obviously we'd be mingling in the Hyatt Ballroom, enjoying cocktails, cheering on our fellow leaders as they step on stage to accept their awards. This year is different. We can't get together in person, but don't worry, we still have an exciting program planned for you. We'll hear from some of the region's top leaders, including surprise cameos, and of course, announce the winners of our annual awards. Most of all, we want you to feel like you're a part of the action. So, whether you're joining us from home, the office, or the free Wi-Fi from the Starbucks parking lot, hey, do what you gotta do. However, please take advantage of the chat. Make sure, tell us what you're thinking, show us what things are all about, tell us what you like, what you don't like. Share somebody's smile. Hope we're all seeing everybody's faces. Make sure, as you pop in there, introduce yourself now and connect with the other attendees throughout the evening. This is where you kind of do your networking type thing. So I encourage you to do that. So with that said, let's dive into our program. We're kicking things off with a preview of a new project from our friends at KJ2 Productions. As you all know, COVID-19 forced many businesses in the Sacramento region to rethink their business model, including this video production company. So let's listen to the regional leaders as they talk about business as unusual.
Scene 1, take 1, and mark.
All right, good deal. Is this on? All right, let's get after it.
We're seeing new evidence that the coronavirus pandemic may be on the rise.
This is Jake Mossware, President and CEO of St. Hope.
My name is David Garibaldi.
I'm Daryl Steinberg, the Mayor of Sacramento. We are doing business as unusual.
Business leaders know what it means to face risk.
It was good. It was really good. The end of last year, Q4 of 2019, rolling into the Q1 of 2020, boy, everything was clicking.
Under the best circumstances, 20% of companies fail in the first 2 years. By year 5, nearly 50% of them are gone. Innovators in government, education, economic development, the nonprofit and faith-based communities know what it means to face uncertainty.
And no one could ever have imagined that we would shut down, literally, small businesses for over a month.
In the beginning, it was hard because I loved people. I love hanging out with people, hug them. I couldn't do any of those.
There was a lot of late nights, a lot of weekend work, a lot of talking people down from their anxiety level.
What I've really come to understand is what's important.
And my question to everyone else would be, what is your heart telling you? What do you want to learn from this? What do you want to gain from this? And I think that this is an amazing, beautiful time that we all get to ask ourselves that question.
Like any other challenge, if you come out of it and saying there's something that we can learn here, there's a way for us to get better, that's going to help you not just weather the storm, but put you out in front.
We're working in an entirely different way than we used to work. We've realized the value of technology.
But I see a rebirth of America and Sacramento and California before our eyes, and I'm very aspirational about it.
I believe because of who we are and what we have done, that we are poised to recover faster than many other places.
It's one of the things we have to become is fearless. You know, we'll be a much better economy in the next 3 to 5 years than we've been in 20 or 30 years. I really believe that.
We think that Sacramento, the capital region, is a unique place to conduct business.
And I look forward to being able to look back on this moment in time, and I believe there will be good that comes from it.
In this series, we'll visit businesses and community leaders from all sectors, hear what they've experienced, what they've learned, and how they hope to emerge stronger doing business as unusual.
You know, isn't it wonderful to hear stories of resilience in our region? It takes great leadership to navigate through these uncertainties of this unprecedented time. However, Greater Sacramento's own success wouldn't be possible without its dynamic board of directors, led by Board Chair Lori Harding. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Lori Harding.
Thank you all for joining us as we celebrate regional wins, tenacious leadership, invaluable partnerships, and unfaltering resiliency. I am so proud to call myself the chair of the Greater Sacramento Economic Council and to sit beside more than 40 CEOs and 20 community leaders, all dedicated to advancing our economy. It is truly humbling. On behalf of the GSEC Board of Directors, I welcome you to the 2020 Greater Sacramento Annual Celebration. While this year has certainly been unlike any before, stepping out of our comfort zones and away from the convenience of doing things how they've always been done is nothing new to GSEC. To advance our economy, we must disrupt the status quo and make sustainable changes that improve the lives of all members of the community. We must reduce our dependence on governmental jobs and focus on the industries of the future. And we must do it together as one region, the Greater Sacramento. Let's take a moment to thank our elected leaders from across the region. If you're from one of these communities, I invite you to sound off in the chat. We are so much stronger when we work together to achieve regional successes. We celebrate and benefit from each other's wins, just as we help to lift each other during the challenging times. Thank you all for your hard work and your dedication. And of course, our success is driven by our board of directors. And if you are from an organization represented by one of these directors, show some support in chat. It is an incredible opportunity to work beside such dignified leaders. We are stronger, more resilient as a region because of your commitment to building an advanced, inclusive economy. I continue to be inspired by each of you and humbled by the momentous impact made by this partnership.
Together, we are one region.
Greater Sacramento.
When faced with challenges, we prove our resiliency.
Time and time again,
we cannot lose sight of the continued efforts that must be made
to become a truly inclusive and advanced economy,
focusing on tradable sector jobs and the industries of the future,
while improving lives for all people in the region.
We hope you're ready to roll up your sleeves and push forward.
We are Greater Sacramento.
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 We are Greater Sacramento. Greater Sacramento is a vast and diverse region, stretching from the valley all the way east to Lake Tahoe, and capped off with Yuba and Sutter counties to the north. It's humbling to see our leaders come together to work towards a better future for all our residents. Bravo. All right, before we dive into the next portion of this program, let's see who's in the house. Looks like we have some behind-the-scenes footage from the communities that are celebrating with us tonight. Looks like we got Placer County in the house. Is that El Dorado County? Make some noise!
El Dorado County in the house.
Davis!
Hello, I'm Gloria Partita, the mayor of the City of Davis. The City of Davis is proud to partner with the Greater Sacramento Economic Council in its mission to be a catalyst for innovative growth strategies in the California Capital Region.
Hello, Davis.
Let me hear you, Folsom.
We are Folsom, distinctive by nature.
Yay! Now, I've gotten word we have another special guest tuning in from Washington, D.C. Tonight, let's see who it could be.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to see all of you virtually. I'm thrilled to be here and celebrate tonight's award winners. 2020 has truly been a like unlike any other. But through these challenging times, I've been inspired by the strength and compassion of our community. As we move forward, the economic development efforts of the Greater Sacramento Economic Council are vital in ensuring the region's resiliency and recovery. Tonight, it's wonderful to see and hear from so many of these communities and the leaders spearheading these critical initiatives. Everyone watching tonight has played an important role in ensuring the health, safety, and economic well-being of the Greater Sacramento region. And I thank all of you for the incredible resiliency you have shown through everything this year. Thank you all. Please stay safe and keep up the great work. Thank you.
Cheers to you, Congresswoman. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Is anyone else out there tonight watching from somewhere other than the Greater Sacramento region? All right, let us know in the chat right now. Go ahead, type it in. If I missed you, I apologize. I'm just trying to look around and see all the beautiful faces out there. And if you got something else you'd like to share with us, throw it in the chat as well. All right, it's almost time to announce our award winners, but before we jump in, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the sponsors who made tonight possible.
Sometimes you have to look to the past to see the future. You have to think about where you've been to know where you're going. Sometimes to find inspiration, you don't need to search far and wide. Because sometimes inspiration comes from the colors that got you here. Crafted in honor of Sacramento's colorful past, there's history behind every stitch.
And our media sponsor, Comstock Magazine and Sacktown Magazine.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight for the Greater Sacramento Council's 5th annual celebration. I'm Kieran McMullen, President and CEO of Suncrest Bank, tonight's presenting sponsor. I hope you're all enjoying tonight's program so far. I know I am. It's especially important to maintain traditions during these challenging times, and Suncrest is proud to partner with GSEC to ensure this annual celebration could happen this year. Tonight's 4 award winners are just a small sampling of the work being done in the Greater Sacramento region to build an inclusive and resilient economy. Collaboration across industries is key to accomplishing this goal, and the Greater Sacramento Economic Council Board of Directors is doing just that every day. Suncrest Bank is proud to be on the Board of Directors and sit alongside leaders and elected officials who are equally committed to bettering the lives of those living and doing business in the region. I want to thank you all for coming tonight. The region is a better place because of people like you in this community. Now, without further ado, I'll hand it back over to the host and we can begin the highly anticipated portion of tonight's programming.
Of course, this year has been one unprecedented challenge for the Greater Sacramento region and our nation. But against all odds, our leaders have continued to push forward on key initiatives. Now, more than ever, it's important that we recognize those who are working to forge this path forward. I'm so excited to celebrate our 2020 award winners with you all tonight. All right, we'll begin with the Outstanding Regional Contribution Award. I'll hand it off to our first award sponsor to tell you more about the award and announce tonight's honoree.
Hi, I'm Ann Descalzo, co-founder of Clutch, alongside my business partner, Rachel Zillner. Clutch is a local certified women-owned consulting and management services firm. We are committed to upholding our core values in every service we provide this community with drive, optimism, and connection. During the unknown times of 2020, we've leaned in to support our community with staff augmentation, contract holding, and we provide contract employees to Sacramento region-based businesses. Most recently, we worked to staff emergency contracts related to COVID-19 work. This is all the more reason we're excited to present the Outstanding Regional Contribution Award tonight. This award recognizes a project that has had a transformative positive impact on the community. This evening, we're proud to award STEM Express with the 2020 Outstanding Regional Contribution Award for their COVID-19 testing services. When COVID-19 threatened the region's economy, STEM Express wasted no time developing a comprehensive testing solution. In a matter of weeks, STEM Express built out a seamless end-to-end COVID-19 testing solution that allowed public employees, healthcare workers, teachers, and first responders to return to work quickly and safely. STEM Express's rapid testing program has provided a lifeline to 80 businesses in the region by allowing them to resume operations, reducing the economic impact on our region. Additionally, as schools in the region began to reopen, STEM Express is responsible for testing roughly 10,000 teachers each month, allowing students to safely return to in-person learning. We are honored to recognize STEM Express for their COVID-19 testing services and award them the 2020 Outstanding Regional Contribution Award.
So we want to thank GSAC for this incredible award given to STEM Express here in 2020. Like so many of us and so many businesses in the region that have been heavily affected in COVID, when this crisis first hit, we really asked ourselves, what we could do to support this and support so much necessary work needed, especially here to our region, but also across the United States. We have 7 locations around the United States and really quickly pivoted and adapted those to be able to provide rapid COVID testing. In trying to originally keep to under 48 hours, we're now really trying to keep under 24 hours in doing this. We know how crucial that testing is to not only businesses and nursing staff, frontline responders, and teachers, but even for transplant banks that we support in being able to collect organ tissue for transplantation. All of my staff, I could not have done this without all of them and their support. They have been incredibly diligent, working in our drive-through tents into the late hours of the night in cold or extremely hot temperatures and fires and smoke that happened this summer, going on site to numerous tribal communities within the region to provide this as a service. And I'm just overwhelmingly proud of them on a daily basis. And on behalf of everyone here at STEM Express, just thank you to GSAC and to the community leaders for nominating us for this award, and we're very honored to accept it.
Hey, how about that? Let's give it up one more time in the chat for STEM Express. Incredible work. Next up, we have the Paving the Way Award.
Hi, my name is Cyrus John Aram. I'm with a company called Unleashing Leaders. We're a leading management consulting firm providing business transformation to many clients across the United States. Tonight, we're excited. We're excited to present the Paving the Way Award tonight to a very special recipient. This particular award is given to a community that has led the charge in the greater Sacramento region and has achieved some stupendous economic development results. There's a committee, and that committee looks at a number of different variables, including measurable metrics that prove economic growth that range from how many new jobs have been created, what's the business impact, is there business retention within the community. All of these things had led to a particular decision and an award winner. And so without any further ado, I'm proud to announce that the City of Roseville has won the 2020 Paving the Way Award. The City of Roseville has been an undeniable leader in the region's economic prosperity. You can pick up a newspaper and see an article regularly about the leadership of City of Roseville. Some of the results include adding nearly 90,000 jobs in the region in 2019 through business openings, including Enumera and the Amazon Distribution Hub. But in addition, the City of Roseville has risen to the top for achieving a high quality of life, as it was the only community in California to be recognized by Money Magazine's 2020 survey as one of the best places to live in the USA, let alone California. During the COVID global epidemic, the City of Roseville sprung into action and provided, wait for it, 16,000 meals to residents in need through the Family Meal Roseville initiative. The city has also led big initiatives and distributed 60,000 masks and 500 gallons of hand sanitizer to local businesses, all the while still constructing 6 dining platforms in downtown Roseville. These actions by quick thinking city leaders in Roseville have ensured that the city and its surrounding communities have remained healthy and resilient through this devastating global pandemic. But at the same time, they've maintained a strong regional economy. Honored and excited to present the City of Roseville with the 2020 Outstanding Regional Contribution Award.
While it would have been a lot more fun to celebrate in person, it actually is pretty special to us that we're being honored with this recognition in 2020, a year like no other. For years, Roseville has been working hard to lay the groundwork and create the environment for a successful community for businesses, visitors, and residents. We saw a lot of those efforts bear fruit this year. New businesses like living spaces and an Amazon distribution center. A new building in our downtown that will offer Roseville Electric customers easy access to resources and rebates. The pace of new home permits accelerating rapidly. A major expansion of the emergency facilities at Roseville Medical Center, Sutter Roseville Medical Center. A new clinical building for Kaiser Permanente where drive-through flu vaccines are now being provided. A new event center at the Placer County Fairgrounds in Roseville that also doubled as a COVID-19 testing and PPE distribution center. We've continued to refine and adapt our policies and processes, working with our businesses and residents and all of our partners in the capital region. Amidst all the change, including the change that comes with new people serving on city council every couple of years, is a strong and consistent labor focus on our mission to provide exceptional services in a fiscally responsible manner that enhance the quality of life today and into the future. This consistency has been a key to our ability to attract businesses to Roseville. Businesses know their investment here is not subject to political whims. It's solid. We've been there right alongside our businesses and residents as they struggle through the pandemic's most difficult challenges, including working to stay afloat economically and addressing food security. What has been most heartbreaking, but also some of the most fulfilling work we've been able to do, is to find ways to eliminate roadblocks and meet needs. It's a privilege to do that with a caring region that pulls together when we're recruiting new businesses, but also when we're facing challenges. In this spirit, I want to say thank you for this special recognition. I'd also like to express deep appreciation and gratitude to our staff, particularly City Manager Dom Casey, Economic and Housing Director Laura Mattioli and her staff, and Roseville Electric Utility Director Michelle Bertolino and her staff. Our community counts on you, and you continue to come through for them. On behalf of the City of Roseville, it's my privilege to accept GSEC's 2020 Paving the Way Award. Thank you very much, and cheers.
For our third award of the evening, we are recognizing our Partner of the Year, a Greater Sacramento partner organization that has extended their reach far beyond the call of duty. Partners like these are key to creating exceptional results in our community. And the winner is, drum roll please. Sacramento State. Sacramento State has worked tremendously hard to bring a new key economic asset to the region, the California Mobility Center. The university provided 25 acres of land for the CMC's long-term home. They've also retooled their engineering program to offer degrees designed to support the mobility industry. Sacramento State has done all of this while upholding outstanding student enrollment and retention in the midst of a global pandemic. As students transitioned to online learning, the university was able to enroll a record-breaking 31,000 plus students and retain 84% of advancing first-year students and 94% of the transfer students. These achievements will pay dividends to the Greater Sacramento region as we develop a robust pipeline of educated talent ready to fill the jobs of the future. We are thrilled to acknowledge Sacramento State's critical contribution to Greater Sacramento's mission by recognizing them as the 2020 Partner of the Year Award. Congratulations, Sacramento State.
Hi, everyone. It's an honor and a privilege to accept the Partner of the Year Award from the Greater Sacramento Economic Council on behalf of Sac State. It's ironic that when I came here 5 years ago, on TV, I was asked, what do you want to be your legacy? And I said, I want to be a partner. And this year, which has been a nightmare, we've had to go out of our way to be partners. But our faculty, our staff, and our students have remained connected to Greater Sacramento. We had to switch in a little over 4 days from being virtually face-to-face completely to being online. I didn't know if we could do it, but we did. We transitioned in just 4 days, and the faculty and the staff and the students, they're the real heroes of this story and of this partnership. Greater Sacramento Economic Council is dedicated to improving the region in every way possible. Sac State is committed to being a partner with the region and with the Greater Sacramento Economic Council. We are also committed to graduating our students, and I'm proud to say that we are averaging over 10,000 students every year. That's a miracle on J Street, a miracle that I am very proud of, as I am proud of this university. So I want to say we remain deeply committed to serving our students and to partnering with the Greater Sacramento Economic Council. Thank you.
Wow. It's incredible how much we're able to accomplish when we work together on these powerful initiatives that are transforming lives. Our fourth and final award of the evening, we have our Distinguished Service Award. This award recognizes a Greater Sacramento Economic Council member who has embodied the mission of the organization and shown leadership over the last year. This year, we're proud to recognize Sandy Sharon, Senior Vice President and Area Manager at Kaiser Permanente. Under Sandy's leadership, Kaiser Permanente took immediate action to prepare for COVID-19 and ensure that the community had the highest quality health care available. In addition to providing care to those affected by the pandemic, Kaiser has implemented a Food for Life program in the region to ease the financial strain of COVID-19 and address food insecurity. This program helps members apply quickly and easily to CalFresh, California's supplemental nutrition assistance program, and is critical in ensuring Californians' households have access to adequate food. Kaiser has also been a leader in telehealth services, ensuring the community's ability to access high-quality health care remains uninterrupted. 80% of the appointments were conducted by phone or video in April 2020, compared to 15% prior to the pandemic. Sandy has advocated for Kaiser to push forward with its plans to open a state-of-the-art hospital in the rail yards. Her dedication to this project and continued development are instilling confidence in our market and helping to drive our economy forward. Now more than ever, it's clear that the health and well-being of the community play a crucial role in the economic success. We are grateful for Sandy's continued leadership and commitment to Greater Sacramento. Sandy, thank you.
Good evening, and thank you for this award, which I am honored to accept on behalf of Kaiser Permanente and our dedicated teams in Roosevelt, Sacramento, and South Sacramento who have done an outstanding job caring for our community during this challenging time. Since the pandemic began, our over 20,000 physicians and employees in the Sacramento area have worked tirelessly to meet the unprecedented medical needs of our members and the communities we serve. From building our own laboratory capable of processing over 10,000 COVID tests per day, to participating in a phase 3 clinical trial for a COVID vaccine, to moving almost half of our outpatient appointments to video visits, Kaiser Permanente has led the way in ensuring that Sacramento has the safest, highest quality care available. I am also especially proud that in response to the pandemic, we were able to expand our emergency department at our Sacramento Medical Center a full 2 months ahead of schedule, adding an additional 23 treatment bays, which we are now using to help care for our community. I also want to acknowledge the outstanding work of the other health systems. While we are competitors, we truly serve as partners when it comes to caring for the greater Sacramento area. Through this crisis, we have come together like never before, and I thank them for their partnership. Thank you again for this honor. I share it with all of our healthcare heroes at Kaiser Permanente who are committed to improving lives and keeping our communities healthy.
Let's hear it one more time for tonight's honorees. Sandy Sharon, Sacramento State, the City of Roseville, and STEM Express COVID-19 testing services. 2020 was not a normal year by any means. That being said, we must measure this year not by the challenges we faced, but by the wins we secured. Listen to the stories of tonight's honorees. It's evident that our region is filled with leaders who are willing to roll up their sleeves and do the work needed to restore our region's economy. And without further ado, I'd like to bring Greater Sacramento's Economic Council incoming board chair, Michael Gayet, to the virtual stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Gayet.
Good evening, everyone. I've had the honor to serve on the GSEC Board of Directors for the past 2 years. And in that time, I've been proud of the work we've done, and I look forward to continuing the momentum into next year. 2020 has been a year of immense challenges and a reminder of the importance of staying agile and focused to take advantage of the opportunities that come alongside these challenges. And while we all miss the opportunity to gather in person tonight, it's still vital that we take the time to celebrate this region's resiliency. As you know, we are the California option with a unique talent, value, and connection for economic success. And to that, I would also add passion and commitment. I want to thank Lori and the entire board for helping lead us through this unique year. And as incoming chair, I pledge to continue that momentum with your help and dedication. Together, we can continue to build and position Greater Sacramento as a globally recognized destination to live, work, and play. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Mike. And now we'll hand it over to our fearless leader, Barry Broom, to close out the program. It looks like we have him scheduled for the last 50 minutes of the program. What? Oh, I'm sorry, what's that? Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's a bit of a deviation of past years. Got it. Okay, I'll let them know. Okay. Sorry, folks. It looks like this year Barry's speech will, in fact, only be 5 minutes. All right, let's go see what he has to say.
Well, I think first off, 2020 is both a year of mourning and a year of emergence. I think our community is going to come out of this stronger and better than ever. You know, we say that with a heavy heart because we know the loss that people have endured throughout our region and across our country. But, you know, as the indomitable city and now the indomitable region, you know, we don't focus on loss, we focus on the future and we focus on opportunity. And I know this celebration was really a celebration to remind us, the great leadership of the city of Roseville, STEM Express, not only building a great company in Folsom, but actually helping us through this virus. Sandy Sharon and Kaiser's great leadership, like all healthcare workers on the front line fighting for each and every one of us. And Stingers Up, great leadership as always by Dr. Robert Nelson, and the transformation of Sacramento State. And it's become a flagship institution in the Cal State systems. So even in our darkest times, we managed to find the light. And the light is the inspiration that we have to work with each other and believe in each other and support each other. I believe in America, I believe in our democracy, I believe in our community, and I'm behind California. We're gonna, the next 2 or 3 years, we're gonna get tested. And what we're gonna do when we get tested is we're gonna show up and win, because that's what winners do, and that's who we are. So thank you for joining us in this celebration. I wanna thank my incoming chair, Michael Guyat. I wanna thank Lori Harding, my current chair, for all of her great work. I wanna thank all of you for still believing in each and every one of us, because only together will we reach our potential. And I really do believe that the pivot has occurred and the greater Sacramento region is going to be the place to be in the next 5 to 10 years. We're going to be the most exciting community. We're going to lead the most inspired community in California. When I came here, I had a philosophy and a saying, if you change greater Sacramento, you change California. If you change California, you change America. If you change America, you change the world. So in our hands is the change we need from ourselves, not political leadership in Washington, D.C. or in the state capitol, but the people that are looking at themselves in the mirror in the morning are the people in our community that are going to change this. This is something we're going to do. We don't need anybody else's help. We can do it on our own, and it's going to be an inspiring experience. So 2020, as tough as it is, 2021 is going to be much better, and then in the next 2 or 3 years, the resurgence of this economy is going to be cleaner, faster, wealthier, more inclusive, and better for each and every one of us. So thank you for your support, and thank you for joining this celebration.
Growing up in the Bay Area, I didn't know Sacramento, really know what Sacramento had to offer. What surprised me the most is just that there's just so much talent, so much creativity, so much drive, and so much passion.
Sacramento was perfect for us. There's a lot of young talent here.
I think being a young professional here works. It feels like the right vibe.
It's thriving, it's super creative, really innovative. Sacramento is a little more progressive and forward-thinking. It's the secret that never got out.
A lot of people that live around us are architects or, designers. The creative types that were probably in the Bay Area 10 years or 15 years ago.
I feel like we're in the middle of so much. We're always thinking, hey, let's go to Napa, get an Airbnb or stay in Tahoe. We're surrounded by so many different adventures.
You can get to the beach in 90 minutes. You can get to the mountains to ski in 90 minutes. And if you don't want to go that far, you don't have to. But you can take that Bay Area level income and it goes so much farther.
Sacramento has the tendency to love certain things. If you support and love Sacramento, Sacramento will support and love you back.
You have the opportunity to really make an impact on the city, and you become part of the foundation of the city itself.
I think Sacramento is growing very dynamically in a big way that a lot of people don't realize yet.
And it's just begun, it's just started.
Thank you all again for joining me here tonight. I hope that wherever your Wi-Fi signal is the strongest, that you had a wonderful time, and I hope to see you in person at the next year's event. Until then, may your Zoom calls be productive and your work from home attire be comfortable. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. See ya. Is that a cut? I can go now? We good? Okay. Shit. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go.
That's it. That's it. 2021, here we come.
Did I say a brewery? Breweries?
Receive my friends who know us well. If you ever need bloopers, these are going to be great. Oh, I didn't drink. I think that was good. Olivia, give you your approval.
Okay, I'm gonna do it with the, no, still gotta be left for that.
Proudly founded in 1932.
23.
Okay, ready? 1923.
Okay, what's the line again?
And then do this with the, looking where? Right at the white light? Cheers!
Just does its thing. Pop, 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 pop. And welcome to the 5th. What happened? I was on a roll. He was excited about the event, right? We'll hear from some of the
Fry.
That's it, huh? Oh, okay, that was a lot easier than I was planning on. That's great, thanks.
I just wanted to add right before time and time again, pride is number one, time and time again.
Recognize the sponsors who made. Let's go hang out. We develop a robust. In the rail yards. I can't do this. 50 minutes of we do. Okay.
All right, the making of this three-point shot is becoming very important to me. All right, I give up.
That's how you do it.